that's going to be good.
Julie, going back to her, it reminds me of Princess Diary, and also she was part of Bridgerton voiceover. That's
She was, and an Emmy for her. Wow, good for her. And you know, we're just kind of waiting around for the next Bridgerton to come out.
Yeah, I know, it's very exciting.
Absolutely.
Even though the characters from the first one did not return, you know, it's still, well, yeah, the girl did return, the guy did not, right?
Yeah, they're going down the siblings, so we're still missing a couple of siblings to check out to see what happened. But, you know, the Emmys is just a few weeks away, the big Emmy Awards show. We're looking forward to that. Of course, you know, they had some of the other Emmys that we just saw there, so we got to keep it tuned in for that. Lots of our favorite shows are up for awards.
And also this month of September, we know there's going to be lots of exciting movies coming out. This past week, there was the Conjuring 2. Not 2, but it's the last one, the final one. I have not watched it, but I know there's lots of people that already did.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, kind of too scary for me, but a treat yesterday, but it just depended which hemisphere they were located in. There was a total lunar eclipse on Sunday, also known as a blood moon. That's when the Earth is situated between the moon and the sun. The totality phase lasted about an hour and 22 minutes. However, it was only visible in Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. People in North America will have to wait until March of next year to view the total lunar eclipse.
But we actually were able to see the lunar eclipse. I don't know if it was last year or a couple of years ago that Tammy Yu hosted a special day for it.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Gorgeous pictures there. Look at that.
But you were also able to see the beautiful full moon here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the corn moon.
Wow. Well, you definitely follow that, so that's pretty neat.
Many people experienced a pleasant treat yesterday, but it depends which hemisphere you're located in. There was a total lunar eclipse on Sunday, also known as a blood moon. That is when the Earth is situated between the moon and the sun. The total phase lasted about an hour and 22 minutes. However, it will only be visible in Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. People in North America will have to wait until March of next year to view a total lunar eclipse. That is crazy.
We weren't able to see the bloody moon, but we were able to see that beautiful full moon that was called the corn moon. I don't know if you saw it.
You know, I missed out on that. I missed out on it,
Come
but
on.
I love full moons.
You needed to look up in the sky.
I was too busy
It was
asleep.
last week.
I was too busy being asleep. That's on me.
Okay, yeah, and we know how weather is. Adam Sandler.
Happy birthday to him, definitely.
You know, I imagine that he's just gonna enjoy his day at home with his family, his wife, his kids, you know, just there, chill. He's a very simple and humble person.
Yeah, he sure is.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
And Keanu Reeves, too.
Absolutely, both of them are just iconic. But, you know, speaking of iconic, St. Elmo's Fire coming back to the big screen. Wow, take us back to the 80s.
I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm going back to watch movies from the 80s. Not the, well, I also watch the movies that are coming out, released new movies, but I feel it takes you back in time. Their outfits, everything, how they used to be back then too. It's just so interesting.
Yeah, the movies were, you know, just very coming of age, a lot of coming of age movies, and they just took you back to a simpler time. No cell phones, you know, no AI, nothing like that. So
it's just so beautiful. And then Barbara Walter too. It's very interesting. We need to watch that one, Mindy.
Well, that is Roger. He is one of our employees here at KGNS, and the 80s called. We answered in style this past Friday as part of United Way's Laredo's fundraiser. We walked away with not one, but 2 trophies in the best male and female categories during the costume portion of the competition. Of course, I had to represent my beloved 80s. I did my best to rock the 80s look. I took out the denim jacket and dusted off the fishnet gloves and the tutu and did my whole Madonna vibe going there. But we just want to say thank you on behalf of United Way for everybody.
Music's younger stars may soon be taking home a handful of hardware. Lainey Wilson, Ella Langley, and Megan Maroney each received 6 nominations for the 59th Annual Country Music Association Awards. Zach Top picked up 5 CMA nods, while Riley Green and Cody Johnson both collected 4. Pardon me. Johnson, Wilson, Morgan Wallen, Chris Stapleton, and Luke Combs are nominated for Entertainer of the Year. The show will air live from Nashville on November 19th. I am a big fan of country music. It's probably my most
Lainey
favorite.
Wilson. I love Lainey Wilson. I love her songs. And originally she just finished, well, she already had this song, Flying Over Laredo. I don't know
does.
if you've
That's
heard about
true. I
it?
have heard about this.
Yeah, it's very nice.
pretty good
Mentioning
song.
Laredo out there.
Yeah, I gotta get the Laredo support out there. Also, Zach Top is also a freaking legend, so I love that guy.
Okay, so let's see how it's going to be looking for us.
Such a great actor. Wow.
I bet.
Yep.
Going to Hilary Duff, you know, Lizzie McGuire, that's where I found out she existed. And then she's starting new music. She's making a documentary. That is nice.
Yeah, definitely. You know, she starred in the sitcom Younger, and she did an amazing job there. Going back to the Neil Diamond cover band, his music is just amazing. It's going to be nice to see this movie. Exactly.
It's going to be coming out on December. So we got a couple of months, you know. We are still in September, but it's going to go by fly.
Okay, sounds good. Something to look forward to.
Definitely.
Begin this coming January. There's going to be a new cookie in the lineup. Yesterday, the organization announced the addition of Rocky Road-inspired cookie called Explore More's. The new chocolate cookie has a creamy filling with notes of chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond-flavored cream. Like the Girl Scouts, other cookies, they will be sold online and in person by local troops. Nearly 700,000 Scouts take part in cookie sales each year. What do you think, Yoli? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I would say thumbs up, and
For
that
sure.
looks like some delicious cookies to have in the morning, later on in the afternoon, or even when it's nighttime. You know, you get those cravings at night.
Yeah.
You're like, I need some cookies with milk.
Well, certainly they look delicious, and we look forward.
Back, everybody. A newly discovered species of fish steals the hearts on the internet. Researchers with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute have confirmed this little guy is one of 3 species of snailfish previously unknown to science. The newly classified species has been dubbed the bumpy snailfish by scientists thanks to the knobbly exterior and smiling face. It's got fans falling for him across social media. Hook, line, and sinker. What a
It looks super cute,
what
but
a
it
cutie
also kind
patootie.
of looks like a tadpole, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look like a tap. I don't
And
know.
if you
It looks kind of
closely
slimy.
look at it, you see it has like multiple bumps, those big,
Yeah.
huge
Well,
eyes. Do you see the smile, or you can't
I
see
see
the
the
smile right
but
there?
it looks cute here. But I think if I saw it underwater, I would freak
That
out.
is cool, you know, that they keep finding new species, and there's a lot to
Oh
find.
my God, I can't even imagine how many more species there are to find out. But as you were saying, Yolanda, about the weather outside.
Okay, that
Lots
one
of
looked
things.
really intense.
Yeah, lots of things going on. I want to start off with Jaws. Yesterday I was going to watch the movie. I did not, but that's cool. They're going to be celebrating another anniversary with the years, right? And that they have that exhibit. I need to travel to California to watch it.
I know. It sounds and looks and, you know, pretty fascinating
Yeah,
there.
it does. And then I
Yeah.
heard that you like Downtown
I'm
Abbey.
such a fan of Downton Abbey. It's going to be sad to have the
Final.
finale. That's it. You know, kind of want to go back to the first 2 movies just to kind of catch up on it. But such a good film. It was nice.
And
Yeah.
then Rip Ben Affleck coming out there.
I
That
know.
one's until January.
Yes, with his little buddy. They're going to be together again. So pretty neat. Features an artist who paints portraits of animals, but each portrait takes only 1 hour to paint. Artist Julia Tong says she tries to catch the most authentic side of each animal. She says her goal at the fair is to foster a love of art in anybody who passes by. Look at that.
This is so amazing and so cute. So she's right there.
Wow.
She's looking at the animals, and then she starts to paint.
Those are beautiful renditions, you know, just very creative. So how nice is
I wonder
that?
if she goes to the state fair and sell them, you know? That would be a good idea. If she probably is part of the state fair. Look, it kind of looks like it.
Yep, over in, yes, what did
You know,
we say?
Austin sometimes has the state fair.
This one taking place in Nashville.
Oh,
There we go.
Nashville.
Oh, look at that
Nice.
one. That one is
That's
really
super cute.
Very
I wonder
cute.
how long it takes her.
She said that she tries to do them within an hour. So
Wow,
very
within
creative artist there.
You know how here in Laredo we have the FFA,
Uh-huh.
and the live downs?
There we go. We need something like that here.
Maybe there's going to be somebody now doing that art.
Very nice.
Drunk raccoon and drowned in a water-filled dumpster. A determined nurse pulls out all the stops. WLEX reports Misty Combs is working at the Letcher County Health Department when her coworker spotted an adult raccoon in the parking lot acting strange. They discovered 2 of the raccoon's babies were trapped in a nearby distillery's dumpster. They had reportedly been snacking on fermented peaches used to make moonshine. Misty was able to get one of the critters out, but the other was unresponsive, submerged in the rainwater. She removed the inebriated animal by the tail and started chest compressions and was eventually able to revive the raccoon. Wow.
Wow, so the raccoon was drunk. It was
Yeah,
like
look at that.
moonshine, and she's giving him CPR,
Look at that. Wow.
bringing him back to life.
It reminds me of the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy rocket.
It does, but that's the good thing, that she brought him back to life, and then he
Yes.
runs free.
Thankfully, she was there to rescue him.
Would you try sunscreen flavored ice cream? You might get the chance. Van Leeuwen Ice Cream and Carnival Cruise Line teamed up for an unusual collaboration celebrating the end of summer. They created a sunscreen ice cream for a marketing campaign. Ingredients in the ice cream include coconut cream, cocoa butter, vanilla extract, and sea salt. People magazine staffers tried it and said it was, quote, surprisingly delicious. You can't currently buy it in stores, but the two brands are asking people to share their reactions on social media. They'll decide whether it gets enough buzz to offer it to consumers for a limited time only.
What did you say?
I said, that's a disgusting flavor. I don't get that.
Maybe people that are curious might want to try it. Would you give it a try?
Sunscreen flavor? I mean, the vanilla sounds good. The coconut
Yeah.
stuff, that sounds fine. But when you say sunscreen, I'm like,
I'll
ugh.
probably give it a try, though. You
Yeah,
know,
I
just
mean-
to see if it really tastes like sunscreen.
Yeah.
Does it or does it not?